everyone. I'm Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, guys, we're in the practice of slowing down, connecting with our heart energy, breathing, letting go, surrendering to all that we think we know, so that we can be present and in the moment and be divinely led, right? So that's the goal, that's the practice, and that's the purpose. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So close your eyes, exhale. Let go of any nervous energy or fear or excitement that you may be feeling today. And just bring all parts of yourself into your heart. You can do that by placing your hand on your heart as a point of reference. Put your attention behind your hand. And then relax the back. Exhale and sink into the body. Relax further into your chair or into the earth. And then go ahead and then drop that anchor, that beautiful white light from your heart. Let it travel all the way down through your body, all the way down into the center of the earth, to a beautiful sacred space where Mother Earth has you, loving and protecting. The Creator, the divinity is there. And as you inhale that white light all the way back up through the body, hold it for a count of 3. And now let's exhale. Relaxing, dropping further into the body, allowing all parts of the self to surrender, to relax, to be calm, become present. And now let's repeat that 2 more times. So go ahead and inhale up. Hold it for a count of 3. And then exhale. And one last time up. So this week is really about reminding us who we are, what we're capable of, our capacity to be able to touch that deeper part of ourself that is always there, that is omnipresent, that creator inside of us, that divinity that we activate with our presence, with our focus, with our intention. And so as we enter this work, we're being asked to really create a beautiful intention that we will be grounded, that will open to the expansion of our consciousness, to the celebration of humanity and of one another. And there's going to be opportunities this week that will cause you to stop, pause, open, question, learn, comprehend. And in those moments, if you can stop first, exhale, don't judge, right? Don't have preconceived notions. And in doing that, you're going to get a deeper picture. You're going to get a better understanding. You're going to have a greater sense of community and connection within yourself. And we're all learning to become masters in this universe here, masters of our own dominion, of our own ideas, of our own conversation, of our own capacity to think, be, generate, create, weave a story, create community. And so because we are all connected, we are also all responsible for what's happening around us. And so we're being asked to participate that in a whole new way, to be able to elevate ourselves up. And when we elevate ourselves up, because we influence the fabric, it's like when you dump, you spill a glass of wine and it goes into the fibers and it just goes shh, right? It just seeps everywhere. Well, our love is like that. It just permeates everything and everyone. So we're being asked to elevate ourselves. Don't judge, don't react, sit in stillness, send love to situations, individuals. There's a lot of people who are upset for a lot of different reasons. There are a lot of people who are excited for a lot of different reasons. So there's a lot of just energy, right? And so I don't know if you guys can feel it. There's I actually even have some tension in my chest, some tightness in my chest and along the back. And it's almost like people are holding their breath. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? So I want you just to sink into your back. Let your heart spread along the back side of the chair. settle into that. If you can actually, I can actually feel a pain in the back. Some of you may have experienced betrayal this week. Some of you may have experienced being forced to let go of some things that you loved or someone that you loved or cherished. You may have gotten arguments. You may be on different side of opinions. You may be at odds with family members. It may be a work problem, but there's just this constriction in the back, right? So this is what happens when we give birth to ourselves, to our higher consciousness, and as the world is doing the same thing, we have to remember to breathe and to exhale. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. In the midst of, so, the whole world knows what's going on in DC with all of the troops and everything. And so as I hear marching, 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 within that marching, 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 we can still find peace. We can still find the place of peace, right? So we're being asked to become that place of peace inside of ourselves, become that grounded source so that others can feel peaceful around us, so that we can create that peace on earth energy, that conversation. And when we change, everything else change. That seems to be the big overriding conversation here, is don't get caught up in what you see. Don't get caught up in the anxiety, the fear, or the happiness, or the, over the topness of whatever is going on in this world. But find your center, find your peace, find that staple inside of you. And as I talk about that, can you guys feel your belly warming up? Can you feel more of a heaviness now, a weightedness in the lower part of your legs? And if you can't, you can imagine a fire underneath your butt, right? Like just a fire melting any ice, any fear that you have around your family, your life, your work, your career, the world, around the many polarizing conversations out there, whether it's vaccines, whether it's politics, whether it's COVID, whether it's money, whatever it is. So it's like, remember, this is the real world, right? And we are creating the reality that we choose to live in, because we are not from this world. We're spiritual beings. So we are part of the fabric that creates this world. So it is therefore our privilege, our responsibility, our joy to be able to weave our energy as to how we want to see the story unfold. And so what we're being asked to do is to do that with creativity, to do it with fun, to do it with patience, non-judgment. And as I do that, can you feel the flow of energy coming through your body now? And that fire that you can create with your imagination can melt away the ice, can melt away the fear around anything you may feel or hear or be anxious about, right? So that's the pleasure that we get to have as creators, of being able to have that force inside of us that creates and generates our reality. And we influence others with our presence, with how we show up in the moment. If somebody's in pain, if somebody's suffering, if somebody's scared, meet them where they're at. Don't fall in the hole with them. Don't, that's what happens with empathy, right? We fall in that hole with them. Instead, step back and hear them and say, wow, I hear you're afraid, or wow, I hear you're angry, or wow, I hear you're nervous, right? And then just be with them in that moment. And when you do, they feel heard. And now you can bring them to where you are just with your presence, right? And so that's our job. Our job is to be present. Our job is to meet people where they're at and elevate them, bring them up, right, to a higher sense of connection with inside of themselves, so they can create and generate the way they want their life to look, and to be able to create and extend this joy and this ability to be able to harmonize with one another in the world. All right, you guys, that's it for the weekly wake up. Sending love and prayers to all of you. Take your time, enjoy the space. Remember, this is the best time on earth, right? The fact that we get to be here at this time, there's no accident. And there is a beautiful prayer I want to leave you with. If you haven't heard of the Hawaiian prayer, the Ho'oponopono, I'm going to see if I'm sure if I'm saying it right. If I can, I might put a link in the bottom of this video for you. But it's a really beautiful practice that you can do, and it helps as we take care of ourselves, we're influencing everybody else, right? So it's just a 4 little step practice around recognizing forgiveness, thanking yourself, loving yourself, and being able to receive with love and gratitude. So I'm going to put it in a link down here at the bottom. Anyway, lots of love to all of you guys. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you again next week.